One of the nation's most vocal supporters of ethanol joins the National Corn Board. I'm Steve White on the Rural Radio Network, and we're talking with Jan tenBensel, who hails from Cambridge. Jan, you've been on the ethanol board. You've been involved with the corn growers both in the state and nationally. Now to be elected to the National Corn Board, representing growers from one coast to the other, that's got to be a really neat opportunity.
Oh, I see this will be a great opportunity to help spread the good news about corn and ethanol, of course. Part of the national perspective is you get to see the viewpoints from corn farmers from Florida to the southern tip of Alaska, and everything in between. And really looking forward to the opportunity. A lot of really great people to work with. Just a lot of work to do, and the work starts at the grassroots level, and it's as I remind everybody, get out and ask your retailers to add E15. And without the grassroots voice, the corn board doesn't get all the work done up top. It has to be from top to bottom.
And Jan, we're talking a lot about ethanol. That's kind of the wheelhouse for you. It's for those who know you, and maybe for those who don't, let's explain. But for a number of years now, you have really invested in becoming, I would say, about the most knowledgeable grower anywhere you're going to find when it comes to biofuels issues.
Well, absolutely. I thought I knew a lot about ethanol until I got more involved, and then I found that I didn't know as much as I thought I did. So I have dedicated the last basically 8 years to learning as much as I could about the process and how it affects the corn grind and how it affects rural economies, and in general the benefits that we have by having a homegrown fuel that helps the farmers, helps the rural economy, is good for your car and good for your pocket.
And the farm it saves may be your own, right?
That's right. The farm it saves by working towards this goal of getting more ethanol out there, getting more corn grind. It might be your own farm that you save by getting involved.
I say that, but that's kind of a line you like to use, because I think you like to bring it back and point out to people that this is a homegrown local product that supports our local economy. When we talk about ethanol, we're talking about rural economic development.
Absolutely. Ethanol brought an entire generation back to small towns. It has saved a generation on the farm, and it's just done wondrous things to the rural economy in Nebraska. Brought investment in, brought good paying jobs to small towns. Just a win-win situation. And that's just on the economic development side. On the practical side, ethanol has lowered the fuel price for us nationally. It's created more of a domestic ability to provide our own octane instead of looking for foreign sources. A safer octane, a cleaner octane, one less cancerous and toxic than aromatics that we're faced with from the only other viable alternative to keeping our cars going. Our cars need octane, and ethanol is there to supply it.
And Jan, when we're talking about the National Corn Board, we're talking about the National Corn Growers Association and Nebraska. I think we punch above our weight.
Absolutely. Nebraska has had some great success over the years on the Corn Board in different committees, grower committees, teams within the National Corn Growers Association. I've been chair of the biofuels team for National Corn for the last 2 years. We have Andy Jobman up here in Gothenburg. He's also chairman on an action team. We've just had a number of action team chairs during my time there. Many things that the National Corn Board looks at team-wise, moving corn reputation as a national project into a better light.
Again, that's Jan tenBensel, the newest member of the National Corn Board. I'm Steve White on the Rural Radio Network.